Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups, and I'm here with Rex from Dynamic Forces because we got another Comic Collectibles show with Rex coming up on Monday night at the Experience at 5 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be previewing some of the comics. What's up, Rex?
What's going on, Robbie? I got to tell you, it's a lot more fun. Not that I don't enjoy John's company, but it's been a lot more fun since you've been joining us on Mondays, man. Makes the show go even faster.
Well, really, you just got to get through it right now. I appreciate being there with you guys. The level of conversation is one of my favorite things. I just love talking about movies and pop culture and comics, and that's the thing. Even if you're not maybe looking to buy any comics or collectibles, it's a great spot to just hang out for 2 hours and chat about this industry.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think that you and I have talked about it before. I mean, I think what we're trying to create is, because of everything that's been going on in the last 18 months, one of the things I think people miss is hanging out at your local comic book shop, which we encourage everybody to, like Robbie's shop, encourage everybody to patronize because it's been a really tough year. But I think part of what we're trying to do is recreate that. Just, sometimes you go in, you get your pull list, maybe you buy an extra thing or two, or maybe you don't. But you're in the shop with like minds, people who have a similar hobby, and you get a chance to just kind of talk about comics and movies and, what did you think of the last episode of What If? And, did you binge Loki? That kind of thing. And I think that that's probably been missing, along with a lot of other things. We're not saving the world here, but, maybe we're adding a little piece of it back to everybody's day. And I hope that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are doing the great work. I'm just going to tell you, because hanging out in comic shops, talking about comics has been one of my favorite things to do, whether I was working in them, whether I wasn't. It's just always been a fun batch. And especially when you're talking with people who know what they're talking about, like you and John. It's absolutely
Well, that's why we brought you on the show, Robbie. We needed to raise the intellectual level of our show. Yeah. Beyond the talk of cheesesteaks and different variety of foods, that type of thing. But we're still shooting to do a segment at a local brewery here. And my buddy John was hooking it up because he's tied into the food and drink industry. That's where he came from before he retired. But I got to ask you a question before we get into the comics.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me you are not wearing a Dallas Cowboys sweatshirt.
How about them? How about them Cowboys?
Oh, no, Robbie. I really like you. It's been a lot of fun hanging with you, but I'm a diehard Eagles fan, and I don't know if that's going to work, brother.
Well,
we got Monday night coming up. I'm just saying. The last time you guys,
it'll be civil.
Bowl, was that? Were you even alive yet, Robbie? The last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl?
I was alive. I was very much so alive in 1995 or 6, whenever it was. We'll have a good civil show on Monday, but then right after that, it's going to break apart because I'm telling you, my boys are going to take out your Eagles. It's going to be embarrassing for y'all on Monday Night Football, trust me.
I think that our conversation Monday, now seeing that you are a Dallas Cowboy fan, is going to drift a little bit. So as we talk about comics and other things, I think on Monday night, there might be a little trash talking going back and forth.
A little bit of a pregame show as well. So it's a great place to come hang out, talk about comics, talk some smack, and maybe buy up some collectibles. Right?
Exactly. I mean, I've never had a Dallas Cowboy on any of my fantasy teams. I can't bring myself to do it. Just can't do it.
Man, you should have Dak on your team. Trust me.
Oh, my gosh. Don't even get – oh, please. Yeah, all that money you guys spent on Zeke, that was worthwhile, huh?
Oh, yeah. Sure. I have problems with my team, okay? I think the biggest problem with the Dallas Cowboys is Jerry Jones. But every once in a while, for some reason, every once in a while, even Jerry Jones cannot get in the way of Cowboy Nation. But I'll tell you what, it's been a long time. I'm not going to talk too much smack, but I really feel like this is the year for the Cowboys, man. Anyway. We'll see.
And said by every Cowboys fan at the beginning of every season. But I digress.
Yeah, it's true. Every year we're like, this is the year. You got it.
Well, definitely tune in on Monday night. And we'll have me, Rockin Robbie, and John here. And I don't know John. I actually do not know John's football affiliation. So I guess we'll find out live on the air on Monday night. He may be another Dallas Cowboy fan. So that's the funny thing about the Cowboys is that they have fans across the country,
Yeah.
And when they get to be fans, I don't know, sometimes if there's a rivalry going on, I don't know, sometimes people in that area just become Dallas Cowboy fans to be contrary. that kind of thing. Like you have a good chunk of them in the Washington D.C. area whenever there's a rivalry that goes on. But we'll find out. We'll find out live. But since we're talking about the Monday show, we also wanted to mention Robbie and I. We're going to run a contest. So please comment on Robbie's show during the segment, and we will pick the winner. And the prize will be a premium comic with a retail value of $50 or more. And we will pick the winner on our Monday show between 6 and 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 to 7 Central. And, but you got to comment here on Robbie's show in order to get an entry in. And we'll see who the winner is, along with the Philadelphia Eagles, the winner of the contest plus the Eagles of that evening.
Well, okay. So, yeah, first of all, comment below with anything, right? But maybe in particular, comment with who's your favorite NFL team. Yes. Are you a Cowboys fan? Are you an Eagles fan? Whatnot, right? Comment below in this video. And then on Monday live on the Comics Collectibles with Rex show, we'll draw the winner. And so there you go. And it's going to be a fantastic prize. So
and I know the Eagles fans will show up. I know they do because they always do. Okay. Yeah. Hey, we booed Santa Claus, man. Don't mess with us.
Hey, I'll tell you this, though. Y'all's Eagles are looking better than I thought they would look. But our division is trash compared to the rest of the NFL.
It's been that way for years now. Let's call it what it is. I mean, the NFC East is not a power division. It's just not. But it is what it is. So we'll do what we can. But on Monday night we're gonna have a great some great comic collectibles. We're gonna have signed comics. We're gonna have remarks. We're going to have high-end, very limited edition variant covers. We'll have CGC graded comics and stuff from guys like Alex Ross. I'm pretty sure Monday we have a variant cover by Alex Ross, and we also have a comic that is signed by Alex Ross. It's the Kirby Genesis number 0, the Dynamic Forces exclusive with a silver signature by Alex Ross. I'm a huge fan. I know that you are. John is as well. Just, he's one of those creators that has separated himself from the pack, and no disrespect to the other creators out there, but it's just, his work has been just absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. And we already, we love Alex Ross and his artwork is amazing, but it's even better when he's doing a Kirby creation. That Kirby Genesis book was a super cool book, and those covers are amazing on that one, man.
No, absolutely. And one thing that we always try to bring to our shows, as you know, is graded books. On Monday night, we'll have Batman: The Adventures Continue, guaranteed CGC graded 9.6. A Batman Black and White number 1 with a Peach Momoko, a variant cover that is a guaranteed CGC 9.8. And unless it's something that's maybe Bronze Age or old or something like that, most of the graded comics that we bring on board will be, no less than a 9.6. A lot of them generally are 9.8, and we usually only have one available of that particular comic on any given show. So, if somebody claims it, you're guaranteed to get that 9.8.
Yeah, it's a great thing to get, especially Peach Momoko is super hot right now. To get that guaranteed 9.8, we've been talking for weeks about how CGC is backed up. They've got staffing issues. They're just super behind on things. This is a great way to just go ahead and get a high-graded CGC copy of a hot book.
Yeah, I mean, if they, we've talked about it a lot. A lot of times you send a book in, you're not even sure what the grade's going to be. I know that talking to a lot of people, including yourself and a few others, that it's for CGC, they're so backed up that when you ship them stuff, they're not even able to receive it in very quickly because they're so incredibly backed up. So, I know a lot of people may be checking the website to see if it arrived. Again, CGC runs a very tight ship. It's there. They're trying to get to everything. So, yeah. Two factors working against them. I think the pandemic with the volume of people that were submitting because they finally had time to get to their collection because they're trapped at home with nothing to do.
Yeah.
And you can only binge watch so much TV. And then the fact that you had staffing shortages due to COVID. So, like almost every industry in America right now, everybody's kind of suffering with staffing shortages. So, that double whammy has really kind of put them behind. But, I'm sure they'll eventually catch up. But if you're looking to get into graded comics, watch our show. We'll have 9.8s, 9.6s guaranteed. And no wait, you make the claim, we invoice you, and then boom, off into UPS it goes, and arrive at your house. No muss, no fuss, so to speak.
Yeah,
the other thing that we do a lot of are, and I know this as well, are sketch covers, sketch covered remarks. We do a lot with Ken Hazer, so we're going to have a lot of great stuff in terms of that. We're going to have, let's see, an Amazing Spider-Man #1 remarked by Ken Hazer with symbiote head sketches all around the cover. Again, his work is fantastic. I'm trying to think what else. We have a ton, I think, on this show. We have an Archie #1 signed and remarked with a classic Betty sketch on the cover. So, definitely tune in on Monday to check out if that's your thing. And I know we've talked about it a little bit, and John and I have talked about it a little bit, is it's, I don't want to say new, but it's created a new category of collectibles in the comic world. It's not original art. It's not, a signed comic. It's something that kind of lays in between and almost like a commissioned piece of artwork, when you get something like this, very unique, one of a kind. You have, even when the sketch itself is similar to another sketch by the creator that does multiple copies of it, it's never exactly the same. It's not a Xerox machine. You can't recreate exactly the same thing every single time. So really, some of the pieces that we'll have on air are very unique.
Yeah, and Ken does a great job with them too. They pop. They really do. The one with the symbiote heads, that's amazing. I don't know if anybody's aware out there, but there's this movie coming out with these little known characters called Venom and Carnage.
Yeah, I heard about that.
This is something that's going to be hot, right?
Who is this Venom and Carnage you speak of?
Yeah, I think they're trying to get as much recognition as Batman, but we'll see what happens. We're still working to try to get people to know who Batman is,
and
right?
I encourage you to bring up the word Batman as many times as possible on Monday night because it gets under John's skin, and that's always just fun.
Oh, we're going to do it. Plus, Ken, we got Judge Dredd #1 signed and remarked by Ken Hazer, and we got the ROM #1. There's a Superman. It's just gorgeous stuff. If you like original artwork, definitely something to check out.
Exactly, and it's far more affordable than certain pieces of original art when you go out there and you try to purchase original art. Price point gets up there, and it's been steadily moving. And again, something we always encourage is buy what you love. Don't buy with a speculation kind of attitude. Because if you buy what you love, you're never going to be disappointed. If it rises in value, well, that's a bonus. It's like when you're doing your laundry and you find $20 in the pocket of your jeans or something. It's like, hey, look, it's $20 I didn't count on.
I know,
that kind
great.
of thing. But if you buy what you love, you're never going to be disappointed no matter what happens.
Absolutely. And the other thing that you can't really do right now is go to these cons. There's not a lot of them going on right now to get these kind of remarks, to get signatures. So we got some signed books too that are just absolutely amazing this week.
No, exactly. As I mentioned earlier, we had the Alex Ross signed book. Tough signature to get. We have, let's see, Mike Zeck signed books. Kyle Higgins, Nightwing #0, first printing. Green Hornet, one of John's favorite characters. John's favorite character, whose line, a #4 black and white variant cover signed by Mark Waid. Some of the remarks are signed and remarked as well. All of the Ken Hazer stuff is he always signs his remarks, which is super cool. Let me see here. What else we got? And we have some Uncanny X-Men, 138, 139, 140, 142, 143 in excellent condition. They are not graded, but we usually, for the older back issues, we'll put a presumed grade on it. But we try to be very, very conservative because, especially when it comes to grading, we try to under-promise and over-deliver, so they say.
And we were just talking on a show I was on the other day about Chris Claremont and what he was able to do with the X-Men books, right? And how long he was able to be on that title and keep everybody's interest, right? This is some of the best stuff. Usually when you get to Marvel work and you're like, oh, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, the Avengers and Thor and all that stuff, that's Kirby, that's Ditko, that's Stan Lee.
Right.
Really, when it comes to the X-Men, everything that most people know, that comes from Chris Claremont, that comes from this run. These are some fan-frickin-tastic issues and a good chance to get them.
Yeah, absolutely. And we try to make the prices as reasonable as possible, to get people, because the other goal of the show is to try and bring new collectors in. So, if you're not ready to necessarily claim something or buy something, watch the show. I mean, one of the reasons we love having, Robbie on the air is Robbie's probably one of the most knowledgeable guys when it comes to, what's hot, back issues, the right, what kind of creators are really collectible these days, to kind of bring some informational knowledge into it, and then of course, the normal banter back and forth about, whatever strikes us. As I said, just a normal comic book conversation in a local comic book shop, except that, it's on the internet.
Yeah, and it doesn't get too heated, right? I've been in some heated conversations.
Well, we got this Cowboys Eagles thing going on, so I'm not sure. We've never crossed, so that'll be new ground that we're crossing there on Monday night. So
at least the show is before the game and not after, because after the game, one of us may just not.
Well, we never get to the comics.
Yeah, right.
So it's a good thing it's taking place before the game. And again, we have no idea what John's football affiliation is, so that will be a surprise reveal on Monday night. And if he says he's a Cowboys fan, I don't know if you'll see John on the air again with me.
He's going to wind up being like a Jets fan or something, and we're both going to be like, oh, we're sorry.
Which means that we would just have to give him a hug.
Right? Man, there's going to be some fantastic books on the show Monday, so everybody make sure to tune in 6 p.m. Eastern Time at The Experience. There's a link to the actual show in the description below, so be sure to check it out. Be there and drop a comment right now. Any comment in particular, what's your NFL team? Who's going to win the Super Bowl this year? Is it Tom Brady, or is it somebody else going to get lucky this year, right?
The GOAT. But,
so just let us know.
Yeah, drop a comment. We'll pick a winner on Monday night while three of us are on the air. And the prize will be a premium comic with a retail value of $50 or more. And I also want to mention that we have I would call it a deal buster, if you will. We have a Dynamite 10-pack reader set. And the reason we bring that on board is try to introduce people to, if they haven't yet, to Dynamite titles. They're always excellent reads, Vampirella, Red Sonja. And the kit, the 10-pack reader set will be $5. So really you're looking at 50 cents a comic. And just to get people, introduce them to Dynamite if they haven't been, readers before.
That is a fantastic deal, too. I mean, people come in the shop all the time, whether they're new readers, whether they're the old readers, they just like buying, budget comics almost in a way. Not that these comics are budget comics, but we're presenting them this way. Like, they're like 50 cents each, right? So it's a great way. You don't have to go get on your knees and dive in the dollar bins. You just buy this. It's a nice starter pack. It's going to be a variety of titles. Really cool stuff. Definitely worth checking out. Great covers, great stories, great interior artwork. It's a super solid deal. $5 for come on.
I guarantee you we're losing money on that deal. But, in an effort to try and introduce people to Dynamite and to grow, comic readers, across the country. Obviously we're able to do it with Dynamite, whereas we wouldn't be able to do it because we are the actual publisher, with other titles. As always, a lot of fun. I mean, we keep it loose, a lot of joking around and stuff. But and now we have an added topic that we're going to add to it with the Cowboys Eagles rivalry.
Yeah, but I wasn't even anticipating that one, Rex. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't even believe it. Believe it or not, I had no idea that Robbie was a Cowboys fan. Still a great dude, still very knowledgeable. but I got to say that this has maybe rocked my opinion on Robbie a little bit.
It's okay.
But if we win on Monday, all's good for me.
Yeah, well, even if we lose, all's good with me, Rex. That's how much respect I have for you and what you and the fellas are doing. This is a great show. Everybody needs to check it out. Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. The link is in the description below. And for all the PCP Army out there, there's an Ice Cream Man number 20, third printing, CGC graded 9.8. That's one of those Dr. Seuss homage covers. You know how much we love Ice Cream Man. This is going to be a good show. You don't want to miss it. Comment below. Be entered into the contest. Rex, thanks for being here. It's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to it.
I will see you Monday, buddy.
All right, everybody. Station PCP Army. We'll see you then.